How's it going, everybody? This is the second video about fixing up this purple Jeep. If you haven't seen the first video, link's in the description, but here's a quick summary. We picked up this Jeep out of the woods in non-running condition, got it loaded up on the trailer. I fell off the trailer. Alright, I'm gonna lower the trailer because you're on now. We got it home and Tom straightened out the frame and got everything working again. Then we found out we needed a wheel bearing, some brake parts, and a water pump. So I went on a parts run between episodes and got what we needed. Yeah, so this is what the wheel bearing looked like. It honestly doesn't feel too bad, but this is all rusty dirt grease in here. And the reason that happened is because this cover, it's got a 3-bolt cover, it wasn't sealed at all, so moisture was able to get in there, rain, dirt, whatever. So there was basically no seal around here. Dirt and water and stuff just went in there and chewed up the bearings. Now it's possible we would have been able to just tighten this back up, which we would have done. And the only reason we didn't is because the pad fell off of this brake shoe. So we have to get a new brake shoe, or the brakes are not going to work. At least not work very well. That's that just fell off. So we found that problem. So I gotta go to the store and get those. So I figured I'll get the wheel bearings while I'm there. But this definitely would have just kept getting worse and worse until it absolutely destroyed the bearings. Which leads to the question, is this one sealed up? So what we could do is open it up and look, but I'm not going to do that. Because if I find out there's something wrong with it, I'm going to have to fix it. So by not opening it, we have less work to do. So this water pump is leaking a lot. So we're trying to take it apart.
We can tolerate some leak, honestly. You just keep filling it with water. Not a huge deal. We are instead in the water of the brakes right now. Well, kind of. Also, don't really need brakes. You can make other brakes work.
I wonder if we could just put new bearings in that.
Yeah, we might be able to rebuild it. The problem is that there's nowhere around anymore that just is a bearing and seal warehouse. But we might be able to pull numbers off of it.
I honestly might have bearings and seals that'll fit that in my garage. I bought from the Buffalo News.
Oh. Okay, well, let's see. We might be able to rename this one. I also wouldn't mind having both bearings for this. Also, the guy might have a manual trans. Cool.
That would be cool. I wonder if he has any, I wonder if it's a 4-wheel drive version, if he has an axle.
The CJ7, I think they're all 4-wheel.
Right, so I wonder if he has
a trans axle. Well, maybe not axles. I think he has engine. I saw a transmission, so there's probably a transfer case.
Yeah, we can find a front axle.
I'm not super interested in 4-wheel drives, to be honest. I like the charm of the lightness and postal jeepness of it. They came in manuals though, so someone's been in here before. Those bolts aren't all correct. Doesn't look particularly old. I'm assuming it was just the impact. Let's see if we can figure out how to get this apart.
Went to the parts store. We need a new water pump. Tom got this thing all the way pressed apart, and it looks horrible. Well, it's really just a little dirty, but the seal mechanism is just trashed. And the bearings all chewed up and stuff, and yeah. This, I guess, is where the sealing is done in this spring mechanism. And water is not supposed to get into this bearing. So when water's leaking through this bearing, it wrecks the bearing too. So basically this is hooped. What I picked up, so this is a 1975 DJ5 Jeep. That's what this is for. I'm pretty sure that this is a 4.2 engine, is what we determined, but I'm not positive. It might be the 3.8. I can't read. There's a serial number on the side of the engine stamped into the engine, and there is a letter in the middle of the serial number, and the letter tells you what engine it is, depending on the year. And that letter is not visible. But I picked this up. This is for a, they said it was an 86 CJ7. So this was a DJ5, so it's a previous generation. But it looks like it's the same part to me. The guy at the parts store was like, no, 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 it's different. You can't use it. But I don't believe him. So we're going to try it because there was nothing in stock within 160 miles of here except for this part. So this is our only option. I see one difference. It's got a couple holes here. I don't know what those are for. Oil maybe? Grease? It's got those holes. Maybe those are in case it leaks water, it doesn't wreck the bearing. It just drips out there instead. You know, instead of running through the bearing, it just runs out there maybe. But this looks like the exact same part, right? The housing looks identical. I just don't believe there's any difference. They're telling me it won't work, but I think we can bolt it up there and use it. One difference I see is this thing is different. This on the old one is just through holes. And I think it had nuts on the back. On this one it's threaded. But it looks like the holes line up. If I set the fan on there. I don't know, I think this is going to work. So if anybody knows online, so this is a DJ5 Jeep, but it would be the same engine that would be on a CJ5. And this water pump, the new water pump I got, is for a CJ7 or a DJ7 would work too. So if anybody knows if there's any difference between the water pumps in reality, let me know. We'll get back to the water pump in a minute. First, Tom wants to install the brakes.
All right, I just got the old brakes apart. I got new shoes here. I went and I got the adjuster freed up and greased that. And now I'm gonna try to finagle these new shoes on there. Oh, this must go through here. Oh. All right, it took me forever, but now I figured out where this thing actually goes. This does hook in here. It hooks like that. This guy hooks up over the top, like that. And then this guy comes around here. There, I guess this can go up through here and hooks down over here. Like that. This might go the other way. This might go like this. This guy goes up right there. That feels a lot better. So the front brakes are together, which is good. Do I dare touch the bleeder? I'm gonna leave it for now. So I want to slam these bearings together. To do that, I have the wheel prepped over here. All I did was knock the old races out and kind of clean some stuff up. I got new bearings and new seals and some grease. All right, let's get this on the rest of the way. I believe it goes, this washer would go on first. Then a nut. You adjust these with like a bunch to make sure the bearings get seated. Sure everything wears in. Gets seated good, straight, square. Looks good, feels good. And then back it off like a 1/6 of a turn. A little more. That feels good to me. Now we got this lock washer, which doesn't really work anymore, but I'm going to stick that on there. And the lock nut. Can't tell if that feels right or not. Feels like a lot of drag. I have a feeling that quote-unquote lock washer isn't doing its job. I might try jamming a screwdriver up there and then using a punch to lock the lock nut correctly. So I want to use a big screwdriver as anti-rotation. And then this punch to get that tight. That feels good. There you go, that feels like a good amount. The punch allows it to slip on that washer while the socket was capturing everything and spinning it. That feels good. I need to seal this somehow. First step is to get a file across that to clean that up. It'd be nice if this had just a regular dust boot. For now, I might just have to use RTV. I have the old gasket. I'm going to clean up the old cap, make a quick gasket for it. Just these 3 holes, leave the rest completely full and RTV both sides. All right, I got the thing cleaned up, the cap. I got a gasket, which is going to be a plain cardboard one like that. Looks like it came out of those 3 holes, so I'm going to go ahead and mark one of them, so I know what one to put the bolts in. Then I'm just going to shmoo up this with RTV to fill in all the pitting that's in there. And then that I might brake clean quick. Then schmoo that up pretty good. Oh, I'm gonna go around these bolt holes. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of places to seal on this thing. It would be really nice if this just had a regular dust cap on it. That pressed in there, just a big one. I don't know why you'd want to rely on a gasket like this thin in this fragile of an area where any bit of water intrusion could cause a failure. Now the question is, which bolts go in here? I'm assuming it's these short ones. Or right by the dust cap. This one is marked, so it goes in there. That one was rather short. There are these longer ones. That one didn't hit anything. That one also hit nothing. Okay, let's see, what do we got here? Okay, these are not the right size bolt. So no idea what these came off of. Looks like I got some bolts here. That looks like it might work. Big flange bolt. These two use some washers. Oh my lord. Need a 9/16 wrench now. I just want to get these tight and move on to a different part of the thing. That is officially on. I'm going to move to the water pump. I've got this surface sealed up or cleaned up pretty good. And I got the pump. This place is a mess. I got the pump here, and it's got a good surface. It's got a good gasket. My preferred method of sealing stuff is really grease. So I'm going to put a thin smearing of grease across this. I put RTV down on that wheel cover because it really can't, if that leaks, it's a real problem. If this water pump leaks, it's just going to be a slow engine leak. As long as you're actually good about keeping track of your coolant, that really shouldn't be an issue. And it also means that when you go to take this off, there's a good chance that the gasket will still be good. And at that point, if you want to put RTV on it because it's not sealing, you can go ahead and do that. But both these surfaces look good, so I'm going to grease both of them. And the grease actually does help quite a bit in sealing. You wouldn't think it does, but because it's got such a thin layer on both sides, you know, the liquid of it holds back any other liquids, and the fact that it's so thin and so wide in comparison to its length, it actually works pretty okay. So let me get that on. Looks like these bolts I just found are the water pump bolts I tried using on the on the wheel. Get that under there. One thing I'm noticing too on all these remanufactured water pumps is they put the weep hole at the top of the pump now. Like I just did one on a 350 and the weep hole was on the bottom, which is where you'd expect it to be. But having it on the top makes it so much easier to actually see if that's your culprit when you just got the hood open. You don't got to crawl around for it. So it becomes very obvious. Kind of like that. It is good and tight. Water pump feels good. It should, it's brand new. Stick this hose back on. The reason I'm rushing so much is because the day I wanted this to be done was yesterday. So today is tomorrow, and I'm behind schedule. Waiting on parts mostly, as it turns out, like most people. Yeah, it looks like it's still good. Let's throw the fan on it quick. The pulley goes on first. How does this go on? Fan goes on last, so this thing must go in between the two of these. What it looks like? Yeah. This goes on, I think, then the fan goes on. Nope. That spacer goes behind that pulley. I should have checked that. The alignment's off. The spacer goes behind the pulley. Tell you what, I'm going to get this all back together, get the front end of it on, and then I'm going to put the camera back on. This is the belt situation. If I get this to the end of travel, that's where that bolt would line up. It is too slack. I do not have a belt that will fit. I went through 400 belts or so. None of them are the right size. But it's close enough that if I take the mounting bolt and kind of extend the slot to there, I can go ahead and get that bolt in there. And now it's singing tight. So that's the belt I'm going to have to run. It's the only one I have that's remotely close. And that's how I'm going to have to do it, is kind of jammed up right there. That's the belt for you. So that's a good update. Not that I don't even know if the alternator works properly, but I need it there just for the water pump. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some more stuff on there. Fans on there, good. Water pump's good. So let me, there we go, get some more stuff done and update you. Okay, the update is I got the water pump on. Water pump's on, radiator's in. Filled with water, we got no leaks, which is good. I went ahead and plumbed new fuel line, which looks like it might be still running a little low on fuel. But I ran 2 new fuel lines to the rear tank in the back. You know, these fenders and everything just bolt on. I found a key for it. Put the fuel tank, this was back here in the past, so I just ran new, you know, from here forward. I ran 2 new lines. I got the seats bolted in. Those are pretty straightforward. Now I'm just letting it come up to temperature. I'm trying to check fluids, transmission and such. We were running it directly from this blue wire directly to 12 volts, but I didn't want to feed the coil with 12 volts constantly if I don't have to. I'm not sure what the ballast resistor scenario is on all of this, so I'd rather feed it, you know, the wire that it was supposed to from the battery directly, and I'll just tie everything else off. It looks like my fuel pump is barely keeping up. Got a slight drip on that line there. Oh, there we go, high pressure. Yep. So I'll go ahead and get that taken care of. That's how you get burned. A little low on ATF, so I might have to go run and grab some. I don't think I have ATF anywhere else. Anyway, it's running currently. I should figure out this fuel situation. Make sure I'm getting enough fuel. Oh, still leaky. Anyway, next shot will probably be of me driving down the road. Alright, we are currently about to depart down to the spot this is going to be in. And I'll see how long the camera stays on. Pretty dreary out. My hood came loose. Speedo works, we're going 10 miles an hour. Barely work. Gotta put on my foot latch. There we go. So you can get you guys further back. There you go. See how far we get. It overheated. The question is, why did it overheat? Hope we make this hill. Brakes are working good. Kinda. I might use low gear going up. I don't know. air cleaner at home. It overheated a couple times. Probably once. Oh, it's still now running. Hello.
I don't know what the last video clip Tom recorded was, but Jeep is fully running down at the lands. Just put the chains on it. Justin's doing something to the headlights. Rally X's. So it looks like those are our headlights, but they're actually not. That's our headlight, because Tom didn't do any of the wiring for that. Pretty much we've got power to the ignition, and that's it. And there's a starter button someplace. I don't even know where it is. Did he leave it under the hood? Yeah. So you got to get out of the Jeep to start it. Oh, I painted it purple. Look it. Wowee. I'm surprised he even had purple. There you go. Performance enhancement right there. Test, you approve of the purple Jeep?
Yep. Big fan.
It was worth it?
No. It was not.
Oh yeah, and for some reason, Tom opted not to put in this patch panel. And this is the result. The wheels just pump mud into the cab while you're driving. So that's fun. It does it on both sides. So we really need to put patch panels right there.
Wow, that is definitely leaking.
And Tom has to put a plug in the tire on this one. So he pulled the wheel off of this. Hopefully it works, because it's got to be in the sidewall.
For the most part, he's good. But
What to stick the wind back in her?
Has he been finding around other dogs?
Ain't got no wind in it.
Jackson is like a very calm, like,
205, 75, 15. See if I have any of that kicking around.
All right, that's the leak.
a little better.
I feel like his last step, he just takes the water and
Take it with
he
me.
doesn't even need that last step. We're just going to take
Are they still trying to get that thing out?
I have no idea what they're doing. Sounds like Justin is doing some dumb stuff up there.
Ballmer's trying to get his van out. It sounds like Justin's having a hell of a time doing it.
I figured that.
I would just use the winch. He's got a winch. Just use the winch.
Farmers came flying in the field, and they're way down, almost by the fire in the field.
Need like
In a two-wheel drive 3500 van.
We said, but
All right, got the plug in.
Let's put in an even 12. That thing comes remarkably fast. I'm not used to these things working like this.
Yeah.
what is that, in Milwaukee? Looks like
Yeah.
it. Yep.
It sounds the same as the rest of them, but it must have a much larger pump in it.
Yeah.
Justin buys brand new stuff and then brings it down here. Look at the peely is not even off it yet. Yeah, I can crawl under there again. Need the jumper cables and a big pokey bit. And just start poking around. Oh yes, I love laying on the cold
You
ground.
want the flashlight on it, or you got it?
I think I got it.
That's how you start the ram. You gotta lay on the ground and touch the starter with a jumper cable. Amazing what a good set of tires does.
I know.
the bottom of the bottom field down up through the hardwoods, and it took us like twice as you know, the distance traveled was twice as much because we had to zigzag around a million down trees and like do a 1,000,000 point turn to get around and come back and do a 1,000,000 point turn and come back.
Did you go down this way?
No, that way.
Okay.
I didn't cut down. I don't think I'm gonna make it past that well with the incline.
Yeah.
Maybe, but this doesn't have sidewalk or anything.
All right. The yellow Jeep's hooped. We're not worrying about it. We're gonna get chainsaws. We're gonna go to camp, get chainsaws and stuff, and then go down the trails and clear. So if you wanna, I would not shut this off if you wanna come with this.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Huh?
I didn't bring the stuff to do it. So.
Okay. Hi. You drove over that stuff?
What?
You drove through here?
Yeah. No, so this is where I said I took a short.
You went that way?
I went that way. I did not go through there.
Yeah.
This I'm worried is going to break my windshield.
Yeah. Yeah, we just cut it.
It'll be interesting to see Jay get buried up right to the axle.
Apparently Justin made it.
He's got a lot more ground clearance.
I think
Look
you're...
at how deep.
I might have a foot more ground clearance.
Look at how deep this gets.
I think it's gonna be momentum.
Yeah. I'm gonna try
The
to.
stump is a launch pad.
I'm gonna try to shoot that way and cut into this.
I don't know if my TJ will make it through here.
The right tires, no problem.
Yeah, but it does not have the right tires on it.
It looks like it might get us to the clearing.
The Ram made it no problem. See if the two-wheel Jeep makes it through. He made it. Don't tell me he got stuck there. You good? All right, I'll come through. It's pretty slick in here. There's literally water running down. Let's hope this thing isn't already stuck. It quite honestly might be. Oh no. My battery's not quite charged up yet. They look like they might be stuck. Did you get stuck? I'm not stuck.
The hazards are on.
I did notice that you had one.
They go off now?
Yeah.
I'm stuck. My wheel chain came off. That's why I'm stuck. And
Do you have it?
it's on it. It's on the inside of the axle though. It's right there.
I think we should winch Justin out.
Oh, I'm not
Well,
He'll
stuck.
get out
I
if
just
it
turned off.
starts.
Oh, well, you said stuck. All right, so he'll probably just drive out of
He'll
it.
get out.
Oh, I'll get out.
Yeah.
Did you do this through the wheel well the one time?
Here comes a side by side.
The side by side probably does not like the ruts I left in that field.
I don't know if my Jeep's gonna like him, or this Jeep. What's up? Just installed his truck, so it's stuck. Tom lost a chain on the Jeep, so it's stuck. I'm currently not stuck theoretically. My Jeep's right over there. But I might be. I haven't tried to move it yet. See the Ram drive out of this.
Hey, you can go that way now.
That thing should have no trouble going through there. You're on a log. You gotta bounce over it.
Top of the tree. Here, crank your wheels this way to clear that tree. There we go. Horsepower!
Well, he made it out. Is Derp stuck now? This is fun. I'm afraid of my Jeep now because I don't even have good tires. Those guys have way better tires than I do.
Yeah, they can't get out.
They'll get out of it. We got enough winches, we'll get out. Are you guys on a log? Or are you just in ruts?
Trail.
Stop.
I would keep.
Perfect.
I wouldn't go on that side. I'll go on
Keep
this
on the right
side.
side.
I know that's knowing where it's going.
High visor. Maybe left you.
Coming back from the past.
There's a possibility that Justin's in the process of making it impossible for any of us to leave.
Well, we're going to go this way. I would crank it and just keep your wheels going that way. Go back to that way. I'd try. Start backing her off.
Crank the wheels the other way.
God, you got the biggest fucking kilometers.
Tom, push the rear end this way. So he goes into the rut.
I think we get weight on his front axle if it is not in a rut. If we lift up the thing.
I mean,
So, well, then we're gonna get run over.
it's a risk.
Oh, there it is.
Right there.
All right, just winch. Justin, stay where you are.
You're not in a rut. What are you talking about? Dude, you got.
I'm fine.
No, I know you are. It's still funny though.
You want to use this winch?
I suppose. Ain't my winch.
Doesn't this thing have free spool on it? It'd be much faster if it did. See what I can hook to here. Hook to this. That'll work.
That'll do.
Let's see what we got. Here's the bolt. Oh, it broke in a different spot. That's okay. We need 2 half-inch wrenches out of the toolbox.
Smells like gas in here.
There's a gas chainsaw that's been flung around the back. Yeah, we got pretty sideways. That's just pretty sideways. John, this jack's giving us the go. Give those wrenches.
I'm working on it.
I don't know.
The jack's fine. It hasn't moved.
Here, put your finger here.
Stick your finger in this.
The jack's giving out. Stick your finger in it.
Is this thing blinking red?
No.
Yes, yeah, it is. Yep. Did anyone see Justin?
Nope.
He's probably lost in the woods.
Yeah, there's a backwoods trail.
He's probably halfway to 77.
Yeah. Well, it might make sense to go down the other way. See if we can meet him halfway. Trying to follow him, those ruts that he...
the pit here to the left?
You can try it. I don't know if you're going to make it there. Justin just went there with his truck and probably made the ruts a million times deeper. Yeah.
Justin's mission today was to make it impossible for any of us to get back to camp.
And he's succeeding pretty well.
Tight?
Yep.
You can replace.
You think that bungee does anything?
Oh, no. No, it's for...
It's for looks?
Yeah, basically.
For hopes and dreams.
No, that'll stay out.
Yeah, it'll stay on, but it ain't gonna hold anything on.
It did. It stayed on the axle when the chain fell off.
The front fell off. Well, it's not supposed
We
to.
towed it beyond the environment.
Wait, outside of the environment?
Did he?
Look at that. He made it.
Why did he come back down here?
But only once. It's like in Top Gear when they're just like slowly like following you in the distance.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do all the
the
challenges.
replacement car.
Yeah.
Let her down slowly.
I'm like, don't think about it.
Or is it like
Sometimes it's not an option. Huh?
Opie?
What?
So this in down position is
When that's
slowly
down, it'll ratchet down. When it's up like this, it'll ratchet up.
How do you freewheel it?
If you
It happens to me when I'm plowing.
if you want to freewheel up, put it in the down position and it'll freewheel up.
Okay.
And if you want it to freewheel down, put it in the up position when it's unlocked and it'll go down.
Oh.
But if you do that while it's loaded, you might
Sender.
send, yeah.
Vectra. Detours were fun.
You may have buried her to the axle there, Tom. That might need a winch.
All the time.
Oh, it's a lowrider.
Hey, Holmes.
I think the pumpkin's on the ground, so.
Yeah, I can see the pumpkin.
Is there a reason
Yeah.
why like reversing out seems to work better?
Always.
I don't know. You probably could drive it now. There it is.
It's stuck there already.
What happened?
Very slight amount of reverse.
Stop. Stop. Stop.
Once it starts moving like that, you gotta give her the beans. Alright, beans it is.
Back it up.
Back it up just a foot.
Just let me get back there and I'll help push.
Right there, stop.
Stop. Let me get back there. Ready?
Beans, beans, beans.
Nah. We gotta winch it out more. I thought you were up on top.
Yeah. We're down to a pumpkin again.
We gotta winch it again. You're pretty deep right here.
Oh, look, we got 15 guys here. Tim gets back in the driver's seat.
Where are you going? Up here?
I think so. I think I want to get underneath, run right in front of Matt's four-wheeler.
Probably be right where all of us are. Right?
Don't move it.
I was unhooking it.
It's a neutral. Don't worry.
None of that stuff.
All right. As many people back here as possible. Tim,
How many people we got?
drive as far to the right as you can. So drive up behind that four-wheeler and stop.
All right, ready?
Ready?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, stop.
Perfect. Perfect in every way, Tim.
Thank you, sir.
I would keep this right here because I'm going to try to get my Jeep through and I probably need it. All right, let's see what this thing could do. I hope I'm not breaking anything under there. I heard some violence in there. Uh-oh. Are you overcooking?
So they're trying to go to the overflow again. Which is a bad time for the rain. I do have some. Well, I'm not going to take off the cap if I don't have to. Oh, let's try to see if it cools down enough to...
This thing doesn't keep it cool?
I think it's trying to get to overflow. There's an overflow tank that's supposed to be on here.
Oh.
That way you just have it plugged? No, I don't have anything plugged. It's wide open. That's why
There's just
Usually it goes from here to an overflow tank, shoots in the overflow, then sucks it back in after it cools down. but it's real pressurized, so
There's no shroud, that's the problem. That's what a boomer would say.
yeah, it probably is a lot of the reason why I don't like
It's just because Tom only put it together halfway.
it's mostly together.
It's a 70% cooling system.
When it tries to send it to overflow, it just dumps it on the ground.
It's just steam.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if this thing will move.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
We need the other battery.
The other one filled up with lightning, refilled with lightning.
There it is. Ready?
Try back up.
Why?
Huh? It's not moving.
Oh, you were going? All right.
Yeah, try back up.
Okay.
Watch out.
All right, ready?
God, that piece has gotta be cold by now. This is bullshit.
I think it's gonna be 30 minutes late. Oh, it's gonna be free.
Still going. All right, you might be stuck. All right, next winch point.
Alright, you should be good, right?
I think so. Hopefully. That's a bad spot to stop.
I knew you were coming up, my bad.
We might be in trouble here. I don't think my Jeep's. Well, now that I'm here, maybe I'll try to get in front of him. I tried my Inca rope.
Oh, the ankle. I don't have shackles or anything. Got them?
Soft shackle.
That was a radiator hose.
I don't have any I don't have any water with me.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to cut this back far enough. It blew right up to here. I think I can get a radiator hose.
What's got one?
My Saturn. Both Saturns. Matt's. Oh no. Well, maybe Matt's K5 still has one on it.
That's not here.
Yeah, that gold one.
Oh,
It still has a
okay.
radiator in it, so it might have a hose in it.
Where's the soft shackle?
It's in the.
You wanna go with them and go get a radiator hose? Tom scavenged some radiator hoses off of something
The
else.
K5 provides.
This one,
I mean, they're practically new. They still got the stickers on them.
yeah, this one ain't no good anymore.
It was in sad shape to begin with, so really not surprised it blew up. What also means it's getting rather hot. It would be a fan shroud would probably be the right thing to do. If this thing would be idling at low speeds all the time,
Yeah.
fan shroud would be. Even being a big aluminum radiator like that, it's well, quote unquote big.
Oh, maybe we just put electric fan on it.
Yeah, electric fan would do it.
And then we're gonna have to have the charging system work, so.
Yes. Electric fan. Glad we did not hook up the headlights.
Yeah.
Perfect. Factory fit.
Basically brand new.
Turns out that
Coming off
part-
the factory floor.
part of the upper hose for a C10 Chevy is the same as the upper radiator hose for a DJ5.
What happened to this?
That's heater. I
just
looped. Yeah. It wasn't a heater core, but this blue one was leaking somewhere, so I just deleted the whole heater core. Yeah, actually, that may help the overheating. Just
Hooking up the heater core?
Yeah, just having more. That looks new in there.
Maybe it is.
Someone put in a new one.
Anyway, you should just hook that up and just blow it out right here.
Yeah.
Just a second radiator.
That would actually probably help a lot. There's probably quite a bit of cooling in a heater core. Longer, hopefully.
Just rig up a little container.
I think we have a coolant reservoir. Tom just didn't hook it up.
I didn't put it back on because I was in a rush. I didn't think about it. It wasn't in the piles to put back on. So.
You should have told me to grab it. I was there. I grabbed the air cleaner.
That's half a gallon of that. I'm putting half a gallon of water.
Man,
Water is a better cooler. 60-40. 60 water, 40 coolant is probably pretty good for when it's not going to be freezing.
We'll just have to remember to test this.
drag racing, we got to run 100% water.
Yeah.
Well, they want the track cleaned.
Because you don't want to. Especially when my dad
It
forgets.
blew off all of it. Okay, let's get some more in there.
Front fell off?
It only took 2 gallons to fill it from before, so maybe we're losing coolant the whole time. So it might be rather warm. Oh boy, that's a scary amount of coolant that it's taking. Maybe it'll probably maybe all boiled off.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. You're good, buddy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 2 gallons did it.
Do you not have an overflow reservoir?
It does not.
Oh, it just sprays up.
You don't have enough.
You saw the
Not
overflow
full.
reservoir. It's the atmosphere.
Do we have
I
any
have-
water here?
I have some in the back of my truck.
I got a water bottle.
Yeah, give me a cup of water. It should only be one more water. One more water.
I mean, I could touch the valve cover.
So it's
which-
not that hot.
Yeah, it's not that hot.
It's not like The oil is now cooling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aquafina. It likes to purify, the minerals help.
The I didn't scald myself on the valve cover, so that's a good sign anyway. It's promising. I got
The
blinky
fact that
blinky on this.
Oil filter's, you know, not crazy hot to touch either.
Take a lot of water.
Yeah, drink up, little buddy. Is it dumping out the bottom?
Drink up, little buddy.
Do you see it anywhere else? How full's the oil?
Do we have more water?
I don't know. Put some water. It loves it. It likes it.
I think it's on your side.
Was it really short?
Right there? Yeah. Should be like down there someplace. Or right here. Oh. Someplace over there.
No, it should only be one more bottle.
There's the transmission. Oh, there it is.
Is it making oil? Oh, it looks good.
You get that in there? You want me to help?
Yeah, I can't see the hole.
I can see it.
He's thirsty.
Feels like the first Are you sure it was two?
It's a lot lower than you think.
Yeah, it was 2 gallons to fill it from empty when I pulled the motor. Yep.
You know?
Where's it going? It's an full. That's enough.
Okay, yeah. Okay. That's full.
Where's it going?
I gotta burp it.
I'm sitting like feces.
Mary, I need your help.
Here I am.
You're rolling.
I'm rolling.
It's my YouTube debut.
We're gonna test out the ankle roll. All right. Am I still hooked? On the back?
Yeah.
Well, on me.
I think so.
Yeah. It could easily fall off my hitch.
I can see red.
Okay.
Oh, you had a soft shackle, right?
I have another soft shackle. I just didn't see any place back here where I could hook one. Usually I would bring a pintle hitch and I put that in a pintle hitch.
Yeah.
But I didn't bring a pintle hitch.
I played this game before. It's
necessary
but unfun.
You can be able to get that in there.
We can get the other side here, but as long as I can loop it.
Well, don't loop it until this is on it. You gotta slide the one end up so that you can get the loop big enough.
Man, I don't have a. You gotta do that. I don't know what I'm doing.
Let me turn this off.
All right, that'll work. You got blinky blinky?
Yep.
The side of my Jeep's getting dirty. I am now stuck.
Yeah.
Wait! I think all this is doing is covering me in mud. I don't have any spray in my...
Looks like frosting. Little lens.
It might be foggy, but good.
Okay. I need to put better shackle points on the back of this thing.
Yeah. You think that Jeep needs an electric fan and a working alternator, and then it'll be good.
It'll be perfect.
Or a fan shroud, but I don't think I can find
Maybe a windshield.
Windshield would have prevented a lot of catastrophe, but I also would be completely blind driving. At least I can blink.
I did that to John. John was like, I hope he stops because I can't see.
Well, there's one point where he was this far from me, and his rear tire was just shooting directly into the, just covering the front. I was like, ah.
All right, you should be good from here, right?
I think so.
If I can get the shackle off.
You can't just wrap this around the top of your Jeep.
No. Got it. Oh.
Yank them ropes.
That's nice clean rope right there. The dirt's good for it. It lubricates.
No, they sell them in brown and red.
What?
They sell them in both brown and red.
I think they sell them in any color you want.
Seems on attack. Want me to hold that glass up for you? Or no, the cylinders do work. Good. All right, everyone got a ride? Or you? Oh wait, you probably just cutting the camera, right?
I'm walking.
You can hop in the Jeep if you want.
Top of the Jeep, this Jeep, or back of Justin's truck.
I'll get in Tom's Jeep.
Where's
Here,
Kira?
you got a ride? Will you get in the back of this?
Kira was in that Jeep. You can ride my Jeep.
I'll go in your Jeep. Here can ride Tom.
Here we go. You got your passenger back.
That's it. That's off. Let me in. You got it.
Oh.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to pull. Just throw it up in my hat. There's some stuff on the seats. Whoo! That was fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
I knew it would be an adventure to go around. Justin stopping? I'm not stopping.
I think he was just making sure everyone was coming out. surprised you didn't want me filming, but I suppose you got one on your head.
I do. Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't have did that.
Want me to sew those up?
That's what I was thinking. Might as well. I gotta leave this thing run because the battery's basically dead.
That is the job we started on.
Yeah, we were supposed to be sawing logs. Todd's got to start that thing under the hood.
I've been watching that.
And we forgot to hook up the charging system, so that battery's getting tired.
I think the video I took of Justin is uploading. Oh, it did. Nice.
Rip'ems to get through here. Same thing here. Just need to drive like that, and you can drive. This steering feels messed up.
Loose.
I knew the steering box was about to fall off of this, so maybe it did. Okay.
Not so bad.
I'm just gonna let this idle. It's a 210. That's not bad. It can idle. Alright, it's like 2 weeks later, and I realized I didn't film a wrap-up for this video, so Jeep works great. Sure, we might have got it stuck a little bit there, but it is two-wheel drive, and it was really, really muddy, so we might have been asking a little bit too much of it, but that's okay. Tom still does have some more work he wants to do on this. He's going to put a windshield in it, I think. I'm actually not sure if he decided on that yet, but He has some plexiglass that he said he might put in there for a windshield. It's got other odds and ends, wiring things that would be nice. It'd be nice if the headlights worked, you know, things like that. But overall, it's good to go. It can be used, and you know, it drives around, gets firewood, whatever you need to do. All right, so I'm going to wrap the video up here. So this was just a short 2-video series. You'll probably see this Jeep around in future videos, but I'm not going to make more videos as part of this series. So consider that all wrapped up, and this is the end, at least for now. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.